This video is going to be very special because I'm going to tell you how to pretend or act like an experienced buyer in the Yiwu market. This is Fung Cheng, and I help people by sharing my marketing and business advice. So if you are Amazon FBA sellers or import-export company, then you may be thinking to go to Yiwu Wholesale Market, right? But you're feeling a bit of uncertainty. The reason is because this is your very first time. You've never been to Yiwu Market before. But you were just trying to think like, how can I, get the best deal when I'm in the market, and how can I avoid any scam or fraud? Because people are seeing me as a beginner. I totally get it. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you how to pretend or act like an experienced buyer, even though you are not. Because to a person that has a lot of, selling experience, when they look at a product, they know that is it product gonna sell or not, right? They're never gonna ask what is the MOQ of this product. To those who doesn't know what MOQ stands for minimum order quantity. It means the minimum quantity the supplier is willing to sell it to you, right? So if you go to the supplier and then they say the minimum order for this particular product is 12 units, right? It means that they're not gonna sell you 6 units or 7 units. You're gonna buy at least 12 units. So do not ask them the MOQ of that product, because this is gonna give them, an impression that you are not an experienced. If you are a serious buyer, right, you're looking for thousands of units in a purchase, you're not gonna ask about MOQ. Right, you get my point. So if the supplier, they know that you are more committed to a larger order, they will be more likely to give you a better deal. So you get my point. Don't ask for their MOQs when you just get into the store. The second one is going to be a little bit similar to the first one. Don't ask for a product sample when you just get in. This is a very common mistake that many first-time buyers make. Suppliers are often happy to give out samples, but it can be a waste of time and money if you are not serious about the buying. When you just walk into the store, right, in a Yiwu Wholesale Market, and then you take a look of a certain product, and then you immediately ask for a product samples to go, right? Just trying to be in their shoes. If you are the seller, the supplier, are you willing to, just give out the samples and then that guy just walk away? No, man. And again, they have been seeing a lot of buyers asking for product samples every day, every single day, right? So you are not just special. To them, you are just another guy who is trying to get a free stuff and then go away. Instead of just asking for a product sample as soon as you walk in, try to take a look and select the product that you are interested, right? And then hold the product and ask the supplier a lot of questions. The more questions that you ask about the product, and the more detail of the questions, the stronger the feeling that you are giving the supplier that you are damn serious. Because as an experienced buyer, he really doesn't want to waste his time on any product that he's not interested in, right? So he's never gonna just walk into the store, take a look 1 second, 2 seconds of the product and then ask for a sample and then go away. No one is gonna do that. So by asking a lot of serious questions, the seller is gonna feel like, okay, this guy is serious. Try only 1 or 2 products, right? Ask questions on those 1 or 2 products instead of 10, 20 products in the store. Because if you do that, right, they are just thinking that you're wasting their time, right? You are not going to be serious because you are just curious. You're too curious to ask, too many product questions. During the back and forth questions and answering, right, try to tell them that I'm quite interested in that product because I've seen that somewhere before. Maybe in a trade show, maybe, in my supermarket, in my country, right? This is gonna give them an even stronger feeling that you have already done your research, right? Then you are serious. So in summary, try to be serious, not curious, because only beginners, is curious all the time. So let's move on to the next one. Tell them your purchasing plan and volume. So you walk into the store and then you didn't ask for the MOQ. You didn't request for a product sample right away. Instead, you ask a lot of good questions about a particular product. And then you want to just try to tell them your purchasing plan and volume for this particular potential product. This is going to help the supplier to understand your needs and to give you the best possible price. You want to be specific about the product you are interested in, right? And the quantities you need and the delivery date. Even though that you are not ready yet, try to use your imagination and then tell them, a plan that is sound very solid. At this step, you're gonna realize that the behavior of this supplier to you is changed. At this point, you are special to them. You're pretty different than other buyers who only come into the store and ask for the MOQs or ask for a product sample and then walk away, right? You give them a confident feeling. I'm gonna need this product in 2 months, 2,000 units, shipping to America. Can you do that? I like your product, and I think we're gonna have a good business relationship. Give me one product sample. Let me show it to my partner. You see, you changed the way to ask for a product sample. And now you sound like you are very experienced in purchasing. And then the next one is recording everything in writing during the talking with supplier. You have been leading the communication between you and the supplier, right? And then, of course, when we talk about the volume, product volume, the purchase plan, you ask for what is the best volume price, volume discount that you can give me for my order? What are the payment terms? Who is paying for the shipping? How much is the shipping cost? And what is the other returning or refund policy, right? You're gonna ask a lot of questions about the transaction. And then you want to make a record in writing. As I always said in my other video, you gotta bring a notebook. You gotta bring a paper with you in the Yiwu market. Try to write everything down, right, during your communication with the supplier. Then this is gonna, first of all, remind you which supplier is giving what discounts, right? And the second reason is that it's gonna be the proof. The writing is gonna be the proof when in the future the supplier suddenly forgets what discount they promise to give. Make sure to get a supplier contact information. The best one is going to be the WeChat. You can just add their WeChat during the conversation, right? And then take a picture of the record, the terms, the discount record on the paper, right? Take a picture and then send it to their WeChat. And this way, both of you is going to be on the same page because you both can see what has already been promised. And then to be like an even experienced buyer is that you ask them question of, is this product in stock or not? This is a very common question that a lot of beginners, forget to ask. Or they just, have no idea why they have to ask. In stock items are often cheaper than manufactured on demand items. The reason is very simple because the supplier may be due to the past orders from different the other customers, right? They have left some in-stock items in their warehouse. We all know that these items, right, they're costing the warehousing money every day. If the supplier doesn't get rid of it, right, doesn't sell them for a long time, this inventory is going to be the liability of the supplier. In some case, some supplier, they even giving a huge discounts just to get rid of these overstocking inventories. So if you ask that this product in stock or not, there are possibility that they're gonna give you a very good deal. So you see, the in-stock items, the in-stock product is gonna give you a better position when you are doing the negotiation with the suppliers, because the supplier, remember, the overstock inventories is always gonna be a liability to the supplier, that they have to pay for the warehousing, right? Then the cash flow is gonna be stuck, this kind of issues. The next one is be concerned about their after sales or return refund policy. First of all, this is very important to do, as you want to make sure that they are protected in case there are any problems with the product. And then by asking the supplier about their policy on returns, refund, and warranty, you're gonna give them a feeling of, first of all, you are not a beginner, right? And the second is that you are pretty, serious about the purchase, about the order. Otherwise, you won't be concerned about the refund or warranty and stuff, right? The final tip is that you ask for a volume discount based on different levels of volume. This is a very common way to get a better deal on products, because the more you buy, the lower the price per unit will be. So in summary, I don't care if you are a beginner or this is your very first time to negotiate in the Yiwu wholesale market or not. Following my tips and steps I've just discussed, it's going to make you more experienced, right? You're going to give the supplier a stronger feeling that you are solid about the purchase. Now, you have be in a better position when you negotiate, right, the deal with the Yiwu wholesale market supplier. The bottom line is that, you make them feel like you will be more likely to commit to a larger order in the future, even though you are not right now. But you gotta give them that feeling. Okay, before we wrap this video, I would like to hear your comment. Comment below and share your experience with others. You can also join my Facebook group, and you're gonna see a lot of good tips about sourcing and e-commerce that you will like it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.